Okay, welcome to our, I think this is the 10th chapter of the Fitch production training and all the great things that we're learning. We're going to try to wrap it up with this chapter. And today's message, today's training is on high performance pay, high performance production pay. And I wanted to really point out to our mission statement that I sincerely really believe in our mission statement to equip and empower our team of Fitch professionals to deliver breakthrough performance every day, giving our clients a wow experience. I know that if you're happier and you're putting more food on the table and you've got a few extra dollars to buy those nice things that you want or your family needs, life gets a little bit sweeter, life gets a little bit better. And so I really truly believe that our goal, my goal as the owner, as the boss, right, is to make sure that you guys are as happy as possible, that you never want to leave here. You like doing and the interesting products and projects that we have. So I'm very, to equip and empower you is really my highest calling to make sure that you're happy and that you're engaged, and this becomes the things that you build every day are just so much better, and we want that. So okay, so that's important. So today we're talking about high performance production, and high performance production is something that I'm very, very excited about because we all win, right? I'm just gonna when we talk right now, I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just gonna talk like say dollar per hour or rates, but it's not pointed at any one person. I'm just okay. A little disclaimer there. So hey, you give me 60 minutes. And I'll give you $16 an hour, or whatever that is. Right? You give me 60 minutes, I'll give you $16 an hour. Okay, I kind of like, we all learn things as we move up in the trades. We need to be paid, say, an hourly rate. I get that. But it kind of takes away from getting the job done a little faster or getting the job done with a little bit better quality. When you build it yourself and say it's maybe you've built a deck at home or you've put in replacement windows for one of your family members, it's almost like entrepreneurial in a way. It's almost like it's a whole new, more sharply. High performance pay, high performance production is what management wants and what the carpenter wants, the craftsperson. Okay? So this is really exciting because we all win. It's the three triangle, it's the three-sided triangle. Well, find me a four-sided triangle, Dave. No, just kidding. So the customer wins, the homeowner, our client wins, the carpenter wins, that's you, and Fitch wins. I mean, our management team wins. We all win when we become more engaged in the process. Okay, another little side story, and then we'll get into. We're doing a job actually in Williamson, New York. It's a sunroom, and in every one of our binders, of course, we have this breakdown. So this actually is happening while we talk. I sat down with the production manager, and we calculated what we had in for our cost to break down the existing sunroom, prepare the site, and then put up the new four-season sunroom. And we were going to bring in a subcontractor to do the roofing. So our guys, our wow foreman and the apprentice, they did not have to worry about roofing. So we calculated it like, okay, well, we had enough money in there to do the job in 6.5 days. So we calculated that if they got it done in 5 days, that the wow foreman would get $300 bonus. We call it bonus. and the apprentice, who's pretty good in himself, would get $200 extra. So now they're not making, say, 18 or 20 bucks an hour and 16 or $15 an hour. It elevated what they made per hour. What are they not doing when you incent someone? What are we not doing? Let's talk about what we're not doing. Well, we're not, that trip to the donut store to get that special egg sandwich. Maybe those things are minimized. Or I need 2 2x4s. I'm going to grab those on my way home. So that construction logic starts to come back, and we start thinking smarter. Because why? We're engaged because I could make an extra 300 bucks this week. So that's how we want you to think. That's how we want you to go. So if we're working for a result, looks like I misspelled, or I got going too fast. If we're working for a result rather than working by the hour, we become more engaged. Now, a few ground rules for higher performance pay. There's actually several things we would talk about. Some jobs are easy. Some jobs are harder. As those jobs get distributed to you, you don't get to pick. So you'll have some easy jobs that, like, no problem, I got this. I got the extra bonus on this. Some jobs, is more difficult. Tie-ins, or the customer is difficult to work with, or it's a remote site. I've got to cut the drywall down in half to get it up in the attic. That's the job. So there's in this process, we don't get to pick. I mean, it will be up to the production manager to be as judicial or as equal as possible. Another thing too, that doesn't also mean about material. I really respect material. Decking should never be just set, or anything should be set just on the ground. There should be something that gets it off the ground, that we protect it. Maybe we set up some horses. We lay a tarp down over before and we set the deck boards on top of that, and then we wrap the tarp over everything so it's protected. We protect it. It says a lot to the homeowner. It says if we have to return it to the supplier, it's in pristine shape. So anyway, what happens with this is that all of a sudden everyone starts thinking much better, and that's important. So we don't get to really pick. Some basic ground rules. We don't really get to pick what projects we get. Those are handed to us. Those are given to us by the production manager, and we still appreciate materials. We don't burn through a lot of materials to get the job done faster. The third thing is we do not cut corners, ever. Of course, we would never do that, right? We would never cut corners, to get a job done. It's remodeling. We represent the inefficiencies of our business, of the industry, excuse me. We represent the inefficiencies of our industry. So there are those difficult tie-ins, or how the heck these floors aren't coming together. I have to shim this up to make that work, and all those different things that we all go through. So those are the three key things. So and there are a few more little basic ground rules that are important. But basically, that's, in a sense, that is high performance pay. Let me just see if there's anything else here. So I think that what we would do is we would sit down with each of the WOW foremen, and we would show you this is how, this is actually how it would go. It can be, if this is the, say, the symbol of the WOW foreman, and this is the apprentice, and he's not, say, just a helper. He knows how to cut things and frame up a wall and stuff like that. Then it might be 60% of the bonus, and he might get 40% of the bonus within those time periods. But the the key thing is that the WOW foreman knows how many days he has to do the job. So another little thing is, like, these guys are building this sunroom up in Williamson, and it was raining pretty good this morning. If I was the WOW foreman and I wanted to get that extra $300, I would definitely have erected a tarp that I could work under. Or maybe I can roll that tarp up in a 2x4, but I'm going to control, here's that construction logic again, I'm going to control the work site for safety, for overall performance. I'm going to control that work area so that I can get my bonus. Like, it's raining today, I can't work. Well, hey boss, do you have something for me to do on the inside? I might leave some of my inside things to do in case there's a rainy day. So I know you guys, that's how you think. So that's some really exciting stuff. I don't want to belabor the point, but I love the idea of high performance pay, and it's money that we have in there. And all we're doing is we're just telling you, hey, this is how much money we have in to produce the job. And this is how many days that you have to do it. And you can never make less than your hourly rate. So it's a win-win for you. Plus that would be against the law, right? I don't want to go to jail. So I'm just so excited about it because I remember when I was first learning how to do sunrooms, I was so into it. It's like all these unique parts and pieces, and I just got to the point where I knew, and I got to that next level of understanding. I knew that I knew, and I knew all the parts and pieces, and I knew it had to be precise. And then it became, if I sold a project and installed it, I knew how much time, how much money I had in that, so I had to beat it. It was like almost like a shot clock. I had to beat that mark. And so oftentimes I would encounter a problem, with flashing or something like that, but I would blast through the problem part of the project because I knew I only had this amount of money to spend. Remember that when there's high performance pay, there can be a dangerous side too, in that we don't respect this relationship. This guy this apprentice still needs to be trained. We still need to respect this person as a human being. I learned the trade from someone that took the time to teach me. You learned the trade from someone that took the time to teach you. So remember let's be bigger people than we are, and when we have an apprentice, let's also teach them. That apprentice becomes your main tool too. They can speed the project up for you, but you have to invest a little bit of time. So we still implement WOW Foreman with high performance pay. What is WOW Foreman? Remember we talked about that. WOW Foreman is we're checking in with the homeowner each day. Hey, while I have all my tools, while I have all my tools out, if there's anything that you're not happy with, I'd rather fix it right away. So let's meet again tomorrow. This is what we should be doing. We should get the roof up, or we should get the cabinets up, or whatever it is. When you come home, we'll meet at 2 o'clock like we always do, and we'll go over the project every day. Okay? Great. When we get to the end, there will be no punch list. It'll already be taken care of. So we're still practicing WOW Foreman as well. All right. So we've already talked about we'll determine, or the production manager will determine. This might be, hey, it might be that you have 2 equal guys that work really well with the team. So it might be 50-50. This apprentice might be a world-class carpenter. We don't know that, but high performance pay will determine that, and we'll let you know that, and it will be set up for you, so you'll know what you can actually make considerably more per hour than the current rate that you're being paid. So it's just a bonus. It's a bonus plan, and you can't get hurt. If we get in this job in Williamson that we're doing, if the guys, we had 6.5 days figured in to install it. if it takes them 7.5 days to do it, they're still getting their hourly rate. They're not going to get hurt. But at least it's something to say, hey, come on, we can do this. We can actually put some extra money in our pocket if we just get it done in 5 days. So they're on board with that. They're committed to that. So there's a few other things where this is new for us. We're starting to develop this, here in 2019. But I'm excited. I think that this is going to be a really great thing.